This is why it is truly important that you never give up, and most importantly, always believe in yourself no matter what. I mean, for some of you guys that know who I am personally, I mean, you guys would have known that January was one of like those slower months, and mentally and financially and just overall for me was one of those times in my life where things got hard, and literally it was to the point where I actually questioned, giving up and actually going back to, that old regular 9 to 5 kind of life. That's how bad it was for me. Now, a lot of people may be like, this guy's just kind of yapping, like he's just complaining, blah, 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 right? Or, a lot of people may be, you could say, I don't know, joking or making fun of me, which to be honest, I do not care what you think about me, to be honest. I only care about what I think of myself, right? But I think some of you guys don't realize, when your back is against the wall and shit is not going right, no matter what you try, no matter what you're doing, right? Some of you guys will never be able to experience what entrepreneurs like myself have gone through, right? Because some people, and again, you guys are blessed, right? Are blessed with that ability where money is never an issue because that's kind of the household you grew up in, right? But for some of us that are working to that goal where we can have that family where money is no longer an issue, it's truly a time where our mental health literally gets so bad, right? Some people actually entrepreneurs end up killing themselves. For example, some guy, if I'm not mistaken, I mean, he kind of offed himself in his Lamborghini Urus a couple months back because I think he got rugged from like his Bitcoin wallet or something like that, and his crypto. And literally he got to the point mentally where, boom, done. Just offed himself, right? Some people, it really gets bad. Some people are in huge amounts of debt, right? But the importance of not giving up and believing in yourself is super, super important. It's almost like a superpower. And I'll give you guys a couple examples. For me personally, right? I mean, last month, again, horrible, right? I'll just say that again, grateful I went through it because I at least learned, right? But the way you got to look at these things is as lessons. Like, what is it teaching me? What can I learn from this, right? Because coming into this month, February, I believe around like, I don't know exactly what day, like the date, it was, I know last Wednesday or Tuesday, the first actual couple days of February. I remember that day, in the span of 2 hours, all I had to do was speak a little bit and I was up $1,500, right? And that was just a couple days in, right? And that's because I didn't give up on my goals. I didn't give up on myself. I didn't cave and go back to that 9 to 5, because if I did, I would have not been able to, make that kind of money, because I would have caved into that, right? And again, the way I look at it is like, what am I learning from this, right? What lesson is this teaching me? Why am I going through this? And I always remember God always tests his strongest or toughest soldiers, right? And it's essentially making you and shaping you into the person you need to become, that 2.0 version of yourself that is making whatever X amount of money, 5, 10, 30, $50,000 plus a month, right? Because only those kinds of people can actually handle that kind of, you could say, struggle, right? Only the guys that, actually make it far in life have gone through that and keep going through it no matter at what level. And you need to be able to never give up and have the resilience to not break, right? It's important to develop that mental fortitude, you could call it, right? Discipline to never give up. And I think that's honestly one of the biggest things I learned, right? Going through that, and on top of that, being grateful for when I do get the opportunity to make money, right? Grateful to be in the position that I'm in, right? Because again, I've prayed for this, to be able to make money online. Past 2 years, I've never worked a job in my life again. And yeah, in the past 2 years, about a week ago, I finally reached 1 year since I hopped into like the whole online entrepreneur space. I mean, a year before that, I was doing door to door. So, it's very, very important that you never give up on your goals. You always remember why you started in the first place, because again, you're not alone. Many of us go through this. Only the guys that are actually meant for it actually make it past it and never truly give up. So if you're in that moment, don't be so hard on yourself. Just know it's kind of a wavelength, or a wave, I could say, right? A phase that you have to go to in order to become that version of yourself, right? And the way I personally also view when I am in that difficult situation is I do view myself in the perspective of that 2.0 version of myself. I'm like, okay, the guy Joel that's making 20,000-30,000 plus dollars a month, right, that has that financial freedom that he truly wants. I mean, if he were going through this situation, this rough situation, right, where income's low, whatever the case may be, I mean, does he just quit? No, because that's not how he got there to that kind of income in the first place, right? So you guys also need to start viewing it in the perspective of the person that you want to be, not who you are, right? That person is not going to give up, most importantly, right? And he's always going to be believing in himself. But yeah, just never give up on yourself, guys. It's just a phase you have to go through.